This episode of Weekly Weird News is sponsored by Stitch Fix and by ExpressVPN.
Well, let's kick things off first with an update to a major story we first touched on earlier this week. Jong Un is dead.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not. He could be dead.
Could be.
Or alive.
That's also a thing.
Or in a permanent vegetative state. No one seems to know. He hasn't been seen in weeks. Some sources claim that he had heart surgery a few weeks back and he's been on the mend, doing okay. Some say he's not recovering and is basically brain dead. Some say that he is fully dead.
Yeah.
A lot of different takes on this situation.
So on Friday, there were reports that the Chinese government sent a group of doctors and officials over to the DPRK to advise the situation, whatever that situation may be. On Saturday, a Hong Kong news executive made a post on Weibo saying Kim was actually dead. And a Japanese magazine was saying he's in a vegetative state after a botched heart surgery where the doctor's hands were a bit shaky.
I'd be nervous too.
Now, TMZ seems to think he's dead, which, I mean, yeah, who cares? TMZ is a trash rag, but they technically rarely post real news unless it's backed up. Like, they're the first ones to break the Kobe story.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're not going to risk the entire financial state to post fake news.
They got canaries in every coal mine.
Yeah, but
wouldn't be surprised if they had a source.
They're also reporting on the Chinese information and the Japanese information.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. The last one I saw was like the Australia Sydney Morning Herald. They're like, no, our sources say that he's just been on vacation. He's at the beach. He's just getting some sun.
What I'm saying is, if this were a false report entirely, the first thing North Korea would do would be to have him do a public statement.
I don't know. I think he kind of likes. I think he might go so far as to like have his own funeral and then have a Christ-like resurrection where he like comes down on a hoverboard.
Yeah.
And everyone's crying like, oh my God, he beat death. What can this man not do?
Jong Un is basically a social media manager for a big brand trying to build hype.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
He's probably dead. I'm going to say he's dead. I don't
know. I'm 50-50 on it.
Girl boss time, though.
Yeah, if he is dead, it's probably going to be his kid's sister.
The shards of the glass ceiling will fall onto the masses.
More female despots.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll probably know within the next few days or, I don't know, weeks, depending on how long they want to stretch this out.
You said it was like a month before they announced Kim Jong-il's death, right?
Well, that's technically just a theory. But,
he's going to come walking out with his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think with Kim Jong-il, it was like at least a month when he hadn't been seen before they confirmed it. If there's any updates after we film this, I guess I'll put them right here. But anyways, moving on now. Speaking of giant babies, have you seen this giant baby?
Everyone has.
Earlier this week, social media was in awe at the size of this lad, this absolute unit, with many reacting with disgust, others reacting with more positivity, though that may be just like to avoid the wrath of this giant baby.
That baby was like, blowing baby powder out of its fucking diaper during
people were like, is smoke coming off of him? No,
Yes.
It's just baby powder.
This baby creates energy.
Mm-hmm.
We need to harness it.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness to the giant baby, he's apparently 3 years old. At 43 inches tall, he's still about 6 inches taller than most 3-year-olds, and that combined with the big bald head and baby-like proportions, it seems to be breaking everyone's brains.
Yeah.
Now we respect the giant baby and we wish him nothing but the best. Wouldn't want to be on the bad side of this giant baby when he grows into a full giant adult.
I do not want to find out.
Now, as one Twitter user pointed out, quote, that huge baby was born in the wrong time. If this was the 18th century, they'd make him a god emperor of Prussia based on his size alone. Now a bunch of people with anxiety disorder are just calling him a monster.
Yeah, leave the baby alone, even if he is freakishly large.
Yeah.
Respect the size of this baby.
Yes.
Anyways, the reason the giant baby got so much attention online this week, in addition to the fact that it is just a really big baby, is of course that COVID-19 still has the world, and especially the United States, firmly in its grasp. People are online more than ever, just looking for something, anything, to distract them from this pandemic that has no end in sight, thanks to the fact that so many other people want to just return to normal before the problem is even remotely contained, thus prolonging the problem. Some states, mostly in the South, are embracing the idea that a couple tens of thousands of people dying, totally preventable deaths, that's just a fair trade-off for being able to go and get a haircut. So,
freedom, baby.
Freedom.
Well, one group of influential thought leaders is not in favor of reopening America and, putting people at risk, even if it also means giving up one of their key sources of income. This week, ICP, the Insane Clown Posse, they announced that this year's gathering of the Juggalos, scheduled for August, has sadly been postponed until next year.
Pour some Faygo out.
In their official statement on the matter, they said, quote, "With tens of thousands of deaths due to COVID-19 outbreak, we can't possibly in good conscience even consider trying to put on a gathering during these difficult times. Aside from the serious health concerns, there are numerous other factors that have destroyed any possibility of the gathering taking place this year. The entire music industry is at a dead halt due to the quarantine, and this, along with the uncertainty of how things will eventually pan out, has made it impossible to move forward with a 2020 gathering of the Juggalos. That aside, the bottom line is simply that we refuse to risk even one Juggalo life by hosting a gathering during these troubling times. In closing, we want everyone to heed the words of Fred Fury and Flip the Rat. Be safe, watch your step, and take it easy. You can't replace what you mean to our team. Without you, tell me where the fuck we'd be. We will endure this together as a family, and the gathering of the Juggalos will return in 2021, stronger, bigger, and better than ever. Whoop whoop!"
Respect.
I do respect them.
So yeah, I mean, sad news for all the Juggalos out there who were really looking forward to this year's gathering, but it is the right decision. And it's refreshing to see Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope showing more concern for the health and safety of their fan base than your average Fox News host or Republican governor or evangelical pastor. They also this week donated 300 ICP shirts to a local Detroit organization to sew face masks with. So keep your eyes out for that.
Get your hands on one of those Hatchet Men face masks.
Yeah. If you really need your ICP fix, though, earlier this month, they launched their own Cameo-like service, Custom Clown Clips. They've actually been on Cameo for a few months, and they still are, but they weren't fond of the 25% cut that the site takes. So, like the innovative trailblazers they are, they made their own site where they keep all the profits.
It's smart.
Yeah.
In the video trailer for Custom Clown Clips, spelled with C's,
Not K's.
They offer to do stuff like ask girls out for you if you're too scared, or threaten Facebook creeps who have been harassing girls. Weirdly, the ad says clips will cost $75 for either Violent J or Shaggy 2 Dope solo, or $175 for both of them. But over on the actual website, it's $100 per clown, or $250 for both. Not sure what's going on there, but whatever. Also, in the middle of the ad, they cut away to pitch an ICP craft beer that they apparently sell now called Whoop Dub. Brewed in collaboration with Riverside, California-based Inland Empire Brewing. It comes in 3 flavors, Punk Slap, Blue Balls, and Ned and Wet. And they also have edible glitter inside of them. It's like those Orbeez drinks from the 90s.
They look real nasty.
You know what? We should try one anyway.
I think we should.
If they sell it anywhere near us, I'd be glad to go get some. Well, after the show, we're on our way, Juggalo Nation. It's also, apparently the taste is bad, at least according to the reviews on the Untapped app, but that could also be people that hate Juggalos.
I don't know. A lot of people seemed very excited about it. It's literally like the average score, it's like less than 1 star. People are just like, this tastes like fucking Bud Light that had Kool-Aid and glitter dumped into it. It's terrible.
Okay. Sure, that's fair.
But, I mean, that seems appropriate.
It does. Okay, so apparently it's available here in Los Angeles, and I would assume in Detroit, although the bootlegging laws...
I don't know. It's because it's a SoCal brewery, so all the locations are in, like, Riverside County and LA County.
They should have partnered with Schlitz. Is that Michigan? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, Bell's is in Michigan. Yeah. But Bell's is probably like...
Look, we don't want any part of this.
Fine.
We looked you guys up, and it says you're a gang.
Well, that's what Faygo used to do. Faygo, in their classic... renowned documentary called the Insane Clown Posse Shockumentary. They talk about how Faygo back then refused to have any connotation with them, but also sent them like thank you cards every year for Christmas and free cases.
Yeah. I mean, they've done more for Faygo than just about anyone.
True.
Anyway, speaking of influencers with extremely dedicated fan bases, Louisiana pastor Tony Spell has really managed to somehow come out on top as one of the worst evangelical pastors of the coronavirus. Rodney Howard Brown of Florida, he had the early lead there for just a bit, but he flew too close to the sun. He had his church shut down, and he lost his insurance coverage. But
he's adapting to the technological landscape. He's live streaming a lot.
He is, but those early setbacks, I mean, Tony Spell has taken the clear lead here. Tony Spell, he has kept a steady pace throughout. I mean, he did get arrested for holding large gatherings, He did claim that the virus was politically motivated and that anointed handkerchiefs at his services would keep people safe. He did hold large Easter church services even after his arrest and told his congregants to hand over their $1,200 stimulus checks to him despite his church refusing to apply for the payroll protection program. It's hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, this week he was arrested yet again, this time for getting behind the wheel of a church bus and nearly running over a protester who has been posted up outside the church property for weeks holding signs like, "Caution, coronavirus incubator, do not enter, you may die." And
accurate.
He's not wrong. One of Spell's church members did, in fact, die a few weeks ago of COVID-19, though Spell has called the coroner's report a lie.
Oh.
Coroner's very deep with the deep state.
Yep, so. The deepest.
Anyway, Spell apparently got in the bus, backed it out of the driveway in the direction of the protester, and only stopped a few feet away from where the guy was standing. All of this, by the way, captured on video, so...
Yeah, pretty clear-cut case. He was arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but was quickly released once his bail was paid off by his wife, who happily flashed the $5,000 wad of cash for the news cameras. Look at all this money we have, but
we're so blessed.
Give us those stimulus checks, please. Upon release, Tony Spell was greeted by a huge crowd of cheering supporters. He gave a big stupid speech about his inalienable rights being infringed upon and how his arrest, it was basically entrapment actually, and also the only thing he's guilty of is practicing his faith. I'm not sure how intentionally almost running over a protester with a bus is entrapment, but his supporters, they seem to agree, and they were all very excited to get right on back to that church to have another illegal service that night.
Why not?
Update, Tony Spell has been placed on house arrest because when asked by a judge if he would comply with state orders that limit the number of people who can gather in one place at the same time, he replied by quoting a Bible verse, and then did it again when he was asked a second time, and the judge just interpreted that to mean that he would not comply with the orders, which he probably wouldn't have.
In other COVID-idiocy news a little closer to home, last week the big, dumb Reopen America protests, they arrived in Southern California. Specifically Huntington Beach, okay? Which, if you've lived here long enough, it is 100% the specific place that you would guess if you were told a SoCal beach town was doing this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was mostly just people holding up signs like, "Social distancing equals communism," and "Give me liberty or give me death," in front of a Baskin Robbins of all places, but it was not an entirely peaceful affair.
Yeah, so one guy at the protest, Christian Francis Peterson of Costa Mesa, he saw a news crew from Fox 11 wrapping up their coverage for the day and decided to pull a knife on them and demand that they delete any footage that he might have appeared in. His attorney claims that Peterson didn't want to be photographed because he wasn't actually part of the protest and he didn't want to be associated with it since he is looking for a job right now. Might be true. He was also wearing one of those "Don't tread on me, don't step on snake" meme shirts, and he was there. He was at the protest, so
and it's in public property to film. So
in any case, he was arrested for kidnapping and exhibiting a deadly weapon. I think his bail was set at $100,000, and since he's apparently an attorney himself, the job prospects that he was so concerned about probably not so promising now.
Unless he can get himself off.
Yeah,
not like that. But legally.
Well,
and then they'll be like, "Sir, you've done the impossible."
He is not representing himself. Which,
so that's smart. That's smart, though.
My dad always said, any attorney who represents himself has a fool for a client.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, lawyer jokes.
In other news, last week we talked about how one village in Indonesia was sending out people dressed as ghosts to scare people into staying at home. Well, there's some more news out of Indonesia. One politician there took things a step further by ordering some communities to jail rule breakers at abandoned houses that are believed to be haunted. It is MTV's Fear all over again. Send some cameras in, baby. Quote, "If there's an empty and haunted house in the village, put people in there and lock them up." Cool, and add GoPros.
Yeah.
One villager who was sent to a haunted house told Channel News Asia that he hasn't seen any ghosts yet, but quote, "Whatever happens, happens. I know this is for everyone's safety." Lesson learned.
Seems like an effective...
It's working.
Yeah.
Yes. Much like Lysol, haunted houses, they get rid of the virus.
Indonesia, they're figuring this out better than anyone else. This is some tough love.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of lessons being learned, a local news reporter up in Northern California learned a lesson about working from home a few days back during a segment where she reported on how much people really want to get their hair done down at the hair salon. She wrapped things up in her bathroom, but eagle-eyed viewers noticed something a bit odd in the background. It was her naked husband and his penis reflected in the bathroom mirror. So it looks like he was in the shower, just in the middle of taking a shower. It's unclear why exactly she chose to record this piece right there and right then without considering that perhaps there was a naked man in the shot.
They're getting used to live streaming, okay?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was on purpose. Maybe this is how they get off, but it's... I saw this in a post. It was like, hey, can you spot the thing? And so most people were like looking on the counters like, oh, she left her vibrator out. But it's like, no,
penis.
There's a fucking dong in the shot.
Even legendary streamers who have been doing this for a long time mess up. Example, Alinity pulled that titty out.
I don't know. It didn't look like, I don't know. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it wasn't.
Oh. It is scorched earth over on Reddit and everywhere else.
Upset.
Yeah, no, it's she's copyrighted her own boob.
Yeah.
So everything has been taken down. It's
well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Now, before we get into headlines, this episode is sponsored by Stitch Fix. Wouldn't it be great if every clothing store that you shopped at had only your size and the styles that you liked at the price that you want? Well, Stitch Fix is a company focused on making that happen. Stitch Fix is an online personal styling company that makes getting clothes that you love effortless. It is a completely different way to shop that's all about you every time. To get started, you can head to stitchfix.com/weird to set up your profile, and they'll deliver great looks personalized just for you in your styles, colors, and budget.
You pay a $20 styling fee for each fix, which is credited towards anything you keep. Schedule at any time, there's no subscription required, plus shipping, returns, and exchanges are easy and free. Stitch Fix does the hard work for you, making great style effortless for everybody, including men, women, and children. Get started today at stitchfix.com/weird, and you'll get 25% off when you keep everything in your box. That is stitchfix.com/weird for 25% off when you keep everything in your box, stitchfix.com/weird.
This episode is also sponsored by ExpressVPN. You know them, you love them. It's a great company. We all know how ExpressVPN protects your privacy and security online, right? Well, here's something you might not know. You can also unlock every website, their regional shit, by using ExpressVPN. Stuff that's only available in other countries. A lot of you are stuck at home right now, and it's only a matter of time before you run out of stuff to watch on Netflix or any other streaming service. So what do? You fire up ExpressVPN, you change your location, hit refresh, boom. You're in a different land. It's virtual travel.
Yeah.
You like Doctor Who? Well, it's not on Netflix USA, but it is on Netflix UK.
Beep, bop, boop. ExpressVPN works by hiding your IP address and letting you control where you want sites to think you're located. You can choose from almost 100 different countries, so just think about all those Netflix libraries that you can now go through. If you like anime, you can use ExpressVPN to access Japanese Netflix and be spirited away. But it's not just Netflix. ExpressVPN works with any streaming service. Hulu, BBC iPlayer, YouTube, you name it. There are hundreds of VPNs out there, but the reason we use ExpressVPN to watch shows is it's quite fast. There's never any buffering or lag, and you can stream in HD, no problem.
ExpressVPN is also compatible with all of your devices, phones, media consoles, smart TVs, and more. So you can watch what you want on a personal device or on the big screen, wherever you are. Now, visit our special link, expressvpn.com/weeklyweird, to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Support our show, watch what you want, and protect yourself with ExpressVPN at expressvpn.com/weeklyweird.
Oh, baby, summer is here.
It is, it was 96 here yesterday. It's 94 today. It is getting hot. Let's talk about headlines so we can go back into the AC and drink some beer.
California skate park filled with sand to enforce social distancing backfires as dirt bikers show up.
Oh my God. Well, at least they're easier to catch because they're very loud.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're also faster.
No one was really enforcing this. This was down in San Clemente.
They did it in Venice as well.
Well, they did it in Venice, but dirt bikers didn't show up there because the police in Venice, they'll kill you. But this is in San Clemente, and apparently not being enforced. The dirt bikers showed up, and then skaters showed up, and the dirt bikers helped them clear out like half of it for skaters.
Yeah.
They just shoveled it onto the other side, more dirt for the bikes, and everyone had a great time.
Yeah, the problem with this is cleaning it up is going to cost more money than like just putting security guards there.
How are you going to get all that dirt out?
Yeah. They could easily pay people who actually need jobs right now as security guards to guard these places for far less than it would cost to bring big tractors out and dig up sand and put it in there and then get rid of it. The getting rid of it part is going to be
What are you going to use, a giant vacuum? How are you going to get all that sand out?
I don't know.
Well, life finds a way. Apparently.
The skaters will figure it out, that's for sure. I guess so. That is free labor.
Resourceful.
Next up, oh no, I spelled it wrong. Nurse runs solo marathon in shape of Boston Strog.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the Boston Marathon was canceled. This lady, she had been training for a while, so she's like, I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm going to do, 26.5 miles or
Yeah.
whatever. She did the whole 26.5. She did it in the shape. She wanted to write Boston Strong, like on the fucking GPS map. But she fucked it up. She forgot the end. And,
Well, I still salute her.
yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's just like,
Right afterwards.
so much effort, just hours. Like, marathons, it's like you're burning 10,000 calories. It's,
Now, she carbo loaded before with a bunch of spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Anyways.
mean, do that if you want to like shit yourself.
And people just do what everyone else does and run dicks around the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Another guy earlier this month, he ran a marathon in his backyard, so it was just running back and forth for like
Oh my
like
God.
10,000 times.
That's got to be annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus, it's a big backyard.
at least his insanity was applied
Self-contained.
to something like that instead of anything else.
Yeah.
This man's capable of some real mayhem. Florida police enforcing social distancing rules find Pennsylvania murder suspect sitting on beach.
Hey, cool.
Yeah. It's
a good thing.
It didn't say like how they were able to identify him so quickly. I mean, maybe they like knew he was there. They'd seen a wanted sign, but yeah, this guy fucking killed someone in another part of the country.
I mean,
And they found him on the beach, just like Whitey Bulger when they found him in Santa
Monica, yeah. I don't want to say it's as simple as this, but they probably were like going to issue him a citation or something and ask for his ID.
Yeah, maybe.
That was that, I guess.
Well, if you're a fugitive, don't go to the beach. Or actually, do go to the beach.
Yeah, do go to the beach.
Do go to the beach and get close to everyone.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's responsible for what, one death? Everyone else responsible for thousands.
Yeah, officer.
Who's the real murderer? Officer, I am free to go. What?
Yeah.
I'm free to go.
This isn't the murder suspect you're looking for.
No.
Lawyer plans to visit Florida beaches dressed as the Grim Reaper to warn people to keep distance.
I love this so much.
I hope he does.
Have you seen his, I don't know if it's his or if it's just a Photoshop, but the setup that he has where it's
Yeah.
the Deathlike umbrella
Yeah,
too.
on a lifeguard tower.
Yeah.
I
It is
want him
pretty
to do
great.
it. I want more, like, this is the kind of shit they're doing in Indonesia.
Yeah.
We need people showing up at, like, these stupid fucking rallies dressed as the Grim Reaper.
And the plague masks, those are
Yeah.
horrifying too.
They are.
Yeah.
Because you look like a bird person.
Yes. And
Unnatural.
you stuff the mask with flowers so you don't get sick.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you stuff it with weed.
Yeah, and just inhale it.
Yeah. Or you stuff it with spray paint.
No, disinfectant.
No, spray paint so you get high.
Nah, cool. Connecticut man allegedly breaks into closed restaurant and spends 4 days eating, drinking its supplies.
Yeah, they say he racked up like thousands and sounds like this guy is a fucking alcoholic. Because
And if he wasn't before, he is now.
they said like over the course of 4 days, he had like dozens of liquor bottles. Like, that's
Well,
a
when
lot
you're
to
trapped in a
drink.
restaurant, there's nothing else to do.
I guess,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Drink
that's,
until you pass out, wake up, drink until you pass out.
I mean, for those 4 days before he got caught, this guy was living high on the hog.
Yes, he'll have a story forever.
Yeah,
What was quarantine like for you? Oh, buddy, you're in for a treat.
it was incredible.
I was thinking yesterday, like, if I ever have kids and like 20 years from now, they're like, what was it like when the COVID thing happened? And I would, in a bad way, I would start with, it was fucking wild. And because I was thinking about like Donald Trump's press conferences,
Yeah.
where it's just like every day you're just trapped inside, drinking or playing video games or whatever, or just depressed because you don't have a job. And then the one thing that you can look forward to every day is a complete fucking mental breakdown from the President of the United States live on TV.
I don't know, like how much, like explaining that to anyone like 20 years from now who wasn't there, I don't feel like they'd ever fully understand.
Yeah.
Like pretty much everything happening these days, not even coronavirus related. Like,
It's like, how do you even like...
how do you explain this?
Yeah, it's impossible for them to get into the headspace of what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Listen, we thought we were losing our minds for 4 straight years, and then 2020 happened.
Yeah. Also, the air used to be clean, and temperatures used to go below 100.
So that's the good thing about the good thing about this is like, take it in, people. If you take a little run or drive to somewhere where you can actually see nature, it's specifically striking here in Los Angeles, but I'm sure it is elsewhere. Like, really enjoy it because this is probably the last time in all of our lifetimes that
Yeah.
we will see nature this pure.
Yeah. I mean, even though it's like fucking horribly hot right now, it's usually if it was this hot, it would be
Stay indoors.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It was like the air would just smell like fucking sewage.
Yeah.
But it's nice out. It's not. It's uncomfortably hot.
Yes.
But it's more like if you went out to like the high desert.
So enjoy it. Take
Yeah.
this moment, breathe it in, enjoy it.
Japanese mayor says men should grocery shop during pandemic as women take a longer time.
Yeah, but men have coronavirus in the balls.
It's true.
Yeah.
We are carrying phantom virus between our legs.
This mayor, incredible.
The mayor of Osaka, like the third largest city in the country, and people were.
This seems like a personal issue that he has to deal with. I was in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you wouldn't believe it.
And I haven't heard his response yet, but he did. If I had to guess, he's probably going to defend it as a compliment because. In his initial quote, he was just like, women go to the supermarket and they're looking for the best deals. They're very careful about the products they search for. Men, they just take the list and they buy whatever's on the list. So I'm actually complimenting women because they're better shoppers. They just take way too long. So get them out of there. Send the men in there.
No.
But
I went down to the local Target. I was picking up some supplies, some toilet paper, some disinfectant sprays that I could inhale.
Yeah.
And I walked by to go to the checkout counter. The home goods section filled with women, touching plants, looking at picture frames. What are you doing?
Yeah.
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 What they're trying to do is make the home a better place to live in during quarantine, and I appreciate them for it.
A lot of people are buying plants. A couple friends of ours keep going and buying plants. What are you doing?
I think it's just because they need something nice to look at.
Why are you buying plants?
Because they need something nice to look at.
Yeah, I guess. Everyone I know who's ever bought a fucking plant at the hardware store, that thing is dead within a month.
The only one that I have that has survived, I bought it months ago, and it's a cactus. It's literally a fucking
literally
cactus.
designed to like.
The other two
watered.
are sources of potentially the apartment burning down. They're that dead.
Indoor tree. Yeah, just a year-round Christmas tree.
No.
The entire U.S. box office this weekend came from a single Florida drive-in theater.
And we love them for it, don't we, folks?
Yeah. So they're not the only drive-in doing this, but they're the only one that is reporting. They're the only one that's both doing new releases and reporting the numbers to whoever collects it.
Yeah.
Kind of pissed off because there's the drive-in theaters in Southern California. They're all closed for the pandemic.
Brandon Winfrey went to one. I don't know which one he went to.
Yeah, the one in Paramount.
Yeah.
I think just the Paramount Drive-In Theater. They've been closed for like a month. I think they might have been open the first couple weeks, but they're all
I saw
closed
his
now.
tweet recently. I got to ask him about that. He's probably going to an illegal one.
Probably.
Yeah.
A little speakeasy drive-in.
Yeah.
Cops show up, all the cars scatter.
No!
I don't know what happens.
He's eaten nearly 600 cheesesteaks in 2 years, and the coronavirus pandemic isn't stopping him. Get on Goldbelly. Get those cheesesteaks delivered.
This guy, he lives in Philly. Or no, I think he lives in like Delaware, whatever. The local news there, they've been reporting on him for like multiple times for the last like 2 years because he's just a guy who made it his mission to eat every Philly cheesesteak and rate them all compared to each other. This is newsworthy. Nothing else is
Jim
going on.
Steaks on South Street.
I don't
It's
know.
the best. Fuck Pat's and Geno's.
I mean, I'm sure this guy would say so too. He's got quite the palate.
Yeah.
He says he came up with the idea. He got divorced and he was sad and he's like, I need something to do. And then it dawned on me. I'm going to try every Philly cheesesteak in the world. I'm going to make it my life's goal to try them all and catalog them and rate them and find what is truly the best cheesesteak.
This is totally the guy that runs the Steakums account. And he's having a mental breakdown right now because he can't get it. So
I fucking hate that Steakums account. Everyone, you're all idiots. All of you. Oh,
I tweeted about it because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this person?
I can't stand it. I had to mute that account because people, you're falling for it. It's a fucking brand. It's a brand.
They send too many because you can only get like a shipment of like 8. But if you want to go halvesies on some Jim Steaks, that company does deliver them.
What? How?
They freeze dry them and send them to you on like 1 day shipping.
I'm not going to eat a freeze-dried cheesesteak.
Apparently it's very delicious. Toss it in the oven for like 15 minutes.
I don't know.
Listen, they didn't sponsor the show, so I'm not going to give them any more praise. But Jim Steaks is great. I'm talking about the delivery service.
Yeah, well, maybe get that and some ICP beer.
And some Chicago pizza.
Yeah.
Some deep dish.
Ugh. Here's some non-pandemic news. Tom Brady walks into wrong house looking for Byron Leftwich, TMZ says. So in 1 week, he's gotten in trouble for
working out in public
at a park that was closed. And then, him and all of his new buds down in Tampa went to visit a friend, walked in the wrong house, just Tom Brady walking into some stranger's house. They're like, what the fuck?
I'm just convinced that Tom Brady can't stay out of the news for more than one news cycle.
He needs
So he just keeps doing stupid, like, inconsequential shit like this.
I'm convinced that he's
going to show up every Thanksgiving.
His gift, his brain is like 99% football.
Yeah.
And on any other topic, he is like, basically has the mind of a child.
Yeah. Could be true.
And that's why he's the greatest.
It's going to be Tom Brady walks into wrong house and now spends every Thanksgiving dinner with that family.
Yeah. You can imagine just you're sitting there eating breakfast.
Here comes Tom Brady.
And fucking someone walks in your house like, oh, where's my gun? You're like, wait, that Tom fucking Brady?
Give me some of your poop, Tom Brady.
Hey, excited to not suck. Welcome to town.
Shit into my ass, Tom Brady. I need your poops. They're very strong.
Tom Brady, show me that beautiful penis. Did you see fucking Gronk just, or no, Tom Brady said Gronk had a beautiful penis. I don't know. I don't fucking care about the NFL, but there's nothing to do except read shitty headlines on the internet.
People have been loving the NFL draft.
It was interesting. I liked, one of the owners, like they all had like crazy fucking like setups, but like one of them, it was just like a fucking computer from 10 years ago, like a single monitor and just a desk. Very modest
I did love
setup.
the video. Did you see the guy gets drafted and his like girlfriend dives into the camera and starts hugging him and the mom just starts like smacking her and pulling her up? This is his moment.
I don't even think that was a girlfriend. That was like an older woman.
That was, well, okay, I don't know for sure, but the comments were like, sure that's not like an aunt or something? And everyone's like, no, it's his girlfriend. So, I don't know.
I don't know.
It was a funny video nonetheless. Next up though, Virginia teen gets stuck inside washing machine while playing hide and seek.
Yeah, I guess it's coronavirus related since who the fuck is playing hide and seek? But yeah, people are getting
hide from the virus.
This 18-year-old person decided, 18-year-old girl decided to go inside of a fucking washing machine. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You're just stuck inside there for hours. The fucking fire department had to take it apart.
Yeah.
Had to lube her up.
Well, I'm sure compared to the other calls they're getting, this was a fun one.
Yeah. I mean, when I was like real little, I would hide in the dryer, which like I
this
found
is a
out
horrible, horrible idea.
Yeah. Looking back, obviously, in hindsight, not smart.
No.
But it was great hiding space. They never found me in there.
And then you died, and this is you came back to life as this.
Yeah, this is my like DMT final moment.
Yeah.
It's still going.
Yeah, very extended.
Wow. I invented YouTube in my dying
You didn't
brain.
even invent it. You just like tangentially have like a show on it that does okay.
Yeah.
What a life.
But I know
this is what heaven is.
The concept of YouTube, I invented it as a 6-year-old in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
Dying in a washing machine.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Woman gives birth during car crash, then can't find the baby.
Oh, jeez. Did she end up finding it?
Yeah, it sounds like the baby's fine. Otherwise, this would be tragic.
Or does the baby have a semi-successful YouTube channel right now?
But no, not yet. It will though. Yeah, this her mom was like driving her to the hospital. She was in labor, got in a car accident because they like hydroplaned or some shit.
Shot out.
And yeah, it was just like
thunk.
Yeah, it shot out, and then they're like, "Oh God, where's the baby?" And the paramedics they found the baby, but pretty scary moment, I would have to guess.
Yeah. What if the real baby's still out there and that was another baby from another crash?
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Switched at birth.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're ever like a woman who's in like 18 hours of labor and you're just like, this is fucking sucks, put a bullet in me.
Just get in a car crash.
Get in a car crash. The kid will pop right out. You know, obviously put some pillows around it so it doesn't hit its head. But they got soft bones. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. They're like rubber.
Yeah.
Construction crew hits underground fiber line, causes outage of call before you dig hotline.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's irony. A little bit of irony.
The 811 call before you dig the hotline, it got taken down because the construction crew didn't call 811 and they cut into the line.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I mean, it could have been if you hit like a gas line or something like that.
Real bad.
That's pretty.
Water main.
Worse. Yeah, yeah. Sewage main is that's the bad one.
Hitting any electricity.
Yeah.
All that out.
Yeah, a lot of bad things can happen.
Yeah, you should probably call the hotline.
You should call before
you can't call. They knocked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just dig then.
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyway, that's it for this week's show. I need to go take a bath and a bunch of ice.
Nice cold shower.
Yeah. Please check out our most recent episode of News Dump and most recent episode of Tech News Day.
Oh, but a quick update, Block by Block West, too many people tried to log on, server got shut down, they started charging to get on, then the server also got shut down, so they rescheduled it. So it is the Fire Festival of Minecraft so far.
Kind of the Dash Con of Minecraft.
Yeah, but no ball pit.
They could code a ball pit in.
Yeah. Check out the videos over here. We'll see you soon.
Bye.